I think you can take 20 or 30% off the top when you take a look at what that facility costs you.
Okay.
And that's both FTE and building. I also think there's another 5 to 7% in postage that you can take off the top by mailing a little bit more efficiently, combining your volume with another mailer's volume or with PCI's volume. So there's always that win. Let me tell you the one thing that I have found more than anything else is they get more control in the process. Not only do they have better technology, the ability to do transpromotional mail like you're talking, the ability to put a color insert on the fly as you're printing, but they also have real-time information from our system down to how many sheets of paper were validated for every package, when we started to print, end print, start print, and start insert, end insert. And so the control occurs with reduced cost related to the process and some wins along the way like postage. In fact, I'll tell you a quick story. We had a client, when we talk about the number of sheets of paper that we can put into an envelope, right? We can put significantly more into a 6x9 envelope than they could, right? Which means instead of mailing as a flat, it was a letter. And that savings alone was north of $100,000 for this particular client. And it was a middle of the road, not extremely large mailer. Typically, we look at it a couple different ways, right? There's a base cost to do business, right? And then you have to look at some ancillary stuff. And certainly remix of packages is critical. If you can take something from mailing at a flat rate, a large envelope rate, to a letter rate, there's significant savings in there, around 75 cents a package. So remix is big, the ability to have more control, newer technology, all those things factor in. And so it becomes what people review and think about when they're talking about outsourcing. One, you're talking about less cost, but I think you can also get into color, certainly without additional cost. It becomes a little less of the savings, but you're in color automatically. I think a couple other things that happen is we mail millions and millions of packages. So when you talk about postal regulations and dealing with some unique things that reside there, you typically don't have a postal expert on your staff, right? PCI is a postal expert. That kind of comes in addition to our business. Certainly invoice and letter design, that becomes one of the very first things we do with any new business opportunity is say, how do we improve this communication? So you think you take those type of things and you start to add some ancillary stuff on it, like real-time visibility into the process, or potentially give them some advantages with an intelligent mail barcode, allowing you to track that letter to the mailbox, or receive your return mail electronically, be an electronic update into your system. Again, some additional technology that's been out there for a while, but it's fairly hard to adapt if you're talking about interfacing directly with the post office.